Answers to the homework from Tuesday. This is 8-7. We were adding and subtracting mixed numbers. So you had to do number 10 through 14. So here is number 1 was 9 1/3, or 4 1/6 subtracted from 9 1/3. Okay? So the first thing you have to do, once again, adding and subtracting fractions, find that common denominator. I chose to keep the 1/6 because I could make 1/3 into 2/6 by multiplying both the denominator and the numerator by 2. So that created 2/6, and I kept my 4 1/6. So now I simply subtract my whole numbers, which is 5, and then I subtract my numerators, which 1 from 2 is 1. So the answer to 10 is 5 1/6. Same thing over here. Except for on, I had to subtract 9 3/5 from 12 1/4. Okay, I ended up doing the butterfly method on this one because they didn't have anything in common that I could use. Like this one, I could just multiply 1, but now I'm going to have to do the butterfly method. So when I multiply these two guys together, my denominator is going to be 20. So my fractions are 5/20 and 12/20 when I do the butterfly method. And then I have my whole numbers here. So now I'm going to subtract 9 minus 12, which is 3. Then I subtract my numerators. 5 minus 12 is 7. So it's 3 7/20 is my new mixed number. Okay, so take a look at number 6 and see if you did that one. Okay, that is in its simplest form. Now let's look at number 13. Let's see, we're adding 3 4/9 plus 2 2/3. Okay, first thing we have to do right off the bat, common denominator. Find that common denominator. So I'm going to keep 3 4/9 because I like the 9. And I think 3 we can convert to an equivalent fraction with a 9 on it. So I'm going to keep my whole number 2. And then I multiplied by 3, the numerator and the denominator here. So that ends up creating an equivalent fraction of 6/9. Okay, so now I'm in good shape. I can now add these two guys together because they both have a common denominator. So I'm going to add my 3 and my 2, which is 5. Then I'm going to add my 4 and my 6, which is 10, and set that over 9. But oops, look what happened. That created an improper fraction. So I can take another one out of that, right? Okay, I can convert 10/9 into 1 1/9. So I simply take that 1 that I created and I add it to the 6, or to the 5 to create 6. See how that was an improper? I could pull one more out of there and add that to the 5. So that made that 6. See right here where I'm adding 5 plus 1 1/9. See, I just converted that right there. Okay, and then last one, number 14, that common denominator I found was 75, because you could multiply this by 3 to get a 75. And then I ended up with 2 25/75. Okay, but I could simplify that. So make sure you are simplifying to the smallest form. And the final answer is 2 1/3.